Hello, singing friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Mickey here, your friendly neighborhood singing coach. So I am feeling much better. I'm pretty much back to normal. I definitely can still tell that there's some inflammation in my lungs, but it's so much better since I started the steroids. And I'm supposed to have a follow-up with the pulmonologist next week. So hopefully I'll continue to improve. We actually were able to rehome our bunnies, and I do think that that's made a big difference in my breathing, not being exposed to those irritants. So hopefully I will continue to be on the up and up, and I hope everybody out there in YouTube land is feeling well as well. All right, so today I'm gonna be doing another request from Michael German, and this is a new band that I haven't heard before. They're called October Project, and he's requested that I react to the song Bury My Lovely, and it's a live performance. And he writes, "This was a fascinating New York City band which had a vibe like a dark Fleetwood Mac. They were fronted by the unique and great Mary Fall, who seems to be one of those people who naturally exude coolness. I often tend to think of singers in terms of what instruments their voices remind me of, and in her case, it is an oboe, very resonant with tonal echoes of the great Christa Van Gilder of Benthic Realm's Second Grave. The music composition was by the brilliant founder Emil Adler, who we see on keyboards and who looks a little like Edgar Allan Poe, which also fits the vibe. Their lyrics were always by Julie Flanders, who is not a performing band member, but I think she traveled with them, if I remember correctly." Okay, and then he's also included the lyrics very helpfully, so let's check those out first. So the lyrics are, "Bury my lovely. Cover the mirror, hide in your dreams, forget what they told you, forget what it means. A picture worth 1,000 lies, the memory and the mirror, nothing but what came before, nothing but a closing door. A picture worth 1,000 lies, 1,000 words, 1,000 eyes. Bury my lovely, hide in your room, bury my lovely, forget me soon, forget me now, forget me not. Cover the madness, cover the fear, no one will ever know you were her. A figure in the hallway light, returning like a ghost, something that was left behind, something in a child's mind. A picture worth 1,000 lies, 1,000 words, 1,000 eyes." And then it repeats the chorus. Then there's a little variation, and it says, "Bury my lovely, bury the lies, bury me under 1,000 goodbyes. A shadow from another time is waiting in the night. Something happened long ago, something that will not let go. A picture worth 1,000 lies, 1,000 words, 1,000 lies, 1,000 eyes." And then it repeats the chorus again. So I like these in terms of that they can kind of be read on two levels, you know, like it could be just about like hiding your identity and hiding away from the world, or it could be something more sinister, you know, like almost like a macabre kind of tale of murder or something, where you really have like made someone disappear and you're burying your lovely, right? So I could definitely see that this has kind of like a spooky October vibe. I can see why they're called the October Project. So let's check it out. I'm really excited to hear this song. So I guess it's a full concert live, and he writes that it starts at 39:18. So let's see if we can get to that point here.
And you know, I feel lucky that I get to go and watch the shows.
Forget what it means. A picture worth 1,000 lies. The memory of the mirror. Nothing but what came before. Nothing but a closing door. A picture worth 1,000 lies. 1,000 words. 1,000 eyes. Bury my lovely. Hide in your room,
Very cool. So she's got a really interesting voice, really, really unique. Things that I notice about it, there is something almost like operatic about the way that she's singing, but she's also singing with a very open throat and a back placement. So there's like no brightness to her tone. It is very, very rich and resonant and very grounded and powerful. So I really like it. And I definitely think she has a really cool aura and vibe to her. You know, she definitely has a little bit of that like witchy woman mystique, so I can see why you would make the comparison to Fleetwood Mac a little bit. You know, she definitely has kind of like a Stevie Nicks magical quality to her. So very cool so far. I really think she has a unique sound, and the band is a really unique sound as well. And the chorus is very catchy.
And this is all very new for us because we...
Very, very nice. I love that sustained, strong note at the end. I thought she did a really beautiful job, and I just love the quality of her voice. It is really, really unique. You can tell that she's very trained because of how open her vowels are. You know, so if you watch her mouth, she's consistently very, very open and keeping that resonant space in her mouth and throat very open. And so even on like her narrow vowels, like me, right? She's may, it's very, very open. And yeah, just a really cool, interesting, unique voice. And I love that the band has like classical kind of folky elements, and, you know, the drummer's playing with brushes, and the drums are acoustic, and you've got the acoustic guitar and some very nice complex melodies on the piano and some string sounds as well on the keyboards, and everything just kind of really supports her voice in a lovely way. And she has a lot of power, very connected tone, and again, that really, really nice, dark, open-throated placement that has a little bit of an operatic quality to it as well, but not in like a shrill kind of soprano way. So yeah, very, very cool. And then visually, she's absolutely stunning. I almost, you know, I think about like the woman from Mazzy Star. She's got kind of that energy where she's really magnetic, and she's almost not even like courting the attention of the audience, and yet you can't really like take your eyes away from her. And there's also like a little bit of that like Fiona Apple kind of, you know, the long hair, the exposed midriff. She's obviously not only very attractive, but also very magnetic and charismatic, and just has that like, that's why she seems like kind of a witchy woman, right? Because she really can like captivate the audience and pull them in and spellbinds them with her presence and her voice. So I thought that was really cool. It was not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting it to be like really like heavy and dark, you know, and that actually had like a lot of folkiness to it. And I thought the chorus was really melodic and nice. The da 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 da. She had that nice little ornament in there, great control, great versatility. So yeah, I'm excited to check out more from this band. Thank you for the recommendation, Mike. I really enjoyed it. Very, very cool sound. And hopefully you enjoyed my reaction. I'll see you guys here next time. Until then, of course, take care, happy singing, stay healthy. Bye.